Hey YouTube, it's Felice HD. I am back again. I'm so sorry for the delay. The Melon app did not like my preset. It didn't like my presettings. So, super sorry for that. So, we're starting back with all right. So it looks like we are live. Super sorry for that. So we've come back to the Beverly Cafe, and Asher is talking to his mom. She's trying to spend time with him, and she said no matter what she tries to arrange, he always has other things to do. So guess who pops out of nowhere? Vanessa. So now she's meeting his mom. Oh, he's brushing her. He's very cold shoulder towards her. She is just in her cloud nine that she met the mom. She bulldozed her way into that conversation. Oh, oh, he said, we're just friends. She said, I didn't really get the friends vibe. Yikes. So she's talking to Asher, saying that the guy that she's seeing is they're going to get married. So, um, when, oh, Coop is, we're fast forward to, Layla is, it looks like they're at Layla's spot. Um, she has a shirt that Preach made, and it's got Coop on it and stuff. Um, so Layla was like, "Don't you want the best person to make your merch or whatever?" She was like, "Perhaps he's the best person." She was saying that he has experience with that, as we learned when he was talking to Mo. And ooh, so we fast forward to the Beverly locker room. Coach Baker is checking in with the coach of Beverly, and he's talking to them about the season ending. Yeah, I'm gonna do a catch up. Thank you, Samuel. I'm gonna do a catch up when we go to commercial break. So, yikes. Mm, wow. So she's not on board with the scrimmage, and she said she can't risk anybody getting hurt in this scrimmage when they still have a shot at the playoffs. So it's a no for her getting a nod from Billy, but he's walking around reminiscing in the locker room. You can tell he has a sense of pride. Um, so fast forward, Liv and Spence. Okay, we getting us Bolivia fix. Hey. Oh, so some girls that stopped to put the fist up. Talk about justice for Tamika. Woo. He was like, ooh. Wow. So this guy just walked back and said, "This officers have families. You're just ruining their lives." Mm, mm. Yikes. He was like, let's take our black joy inside. Come on, y'all. Drop down in the chat. I want to know about your feelings about this episode so far. Give me 1 second and we're going to start this recap. Let me know if you have any predictions for this week's episode. So apparently Spolivia is the face of the revolution and it will be televised. I'll be right back. All right. So super sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. For some reason it didn't like when I know I try to start the link ahead of time, but it doesn't like when I do that. So this week's episode started off with a number of different matters on the table. The first thing was one of the teammates came to Coach Baker to just kind of check in. It's starting to settle in everything that really happened with that game and the repercussions of it. And so he's basically just, checking in. And Coach Baker did inform him that he's planning a scrimmage that will have recruiters there. And so the team will still have access to that. Um, we also find out that hashtag Spolivia has gone viral on so many levels. The video of Spencer, Liv's podcast, I mean, you name it. They are really getting the eyes that they have getting the visibility that they were hoping for with not only their issues but their platforms. So I think they're just kind of introducing themselves into what this is going to mean. Um, we find out that Grace has graduated and she was holding out. She finally let the guys know, and it's going to be, we anticipate that it's going to be a cause for celebration at some point throughout this episode. So we're at 8:17 right now. We'll see where the celebration falls, but I'm looking forward to seeing Grace being acknowledged and celebrated because she is really the backbone for not only her family but the community. So it would be really great to see the spotlight on her for a change. We talk about the situation with Coop's merch. Okay, she does have this budding music career, and Preach does have a solid history in merch. So he's looking to step forward and do it in a legit way. And he wants to rep for Coop. But the problem that he's running into is I guess he really doesn't, have like the vetted, you know, tangible experience. He's a street cat, so she wants to give him a shot. She was talking to Layla about the possibility of getting some funding to launch the merch, and Layla was like, money from where? All right. So We're back from commercial break. We're going to touch on, keep going in the chat. We're going to touch on the chat at the next commercial break. I'm going to touch strictly on the chat in the commercial break. So, Spencer, Spencer and Olivia are going over the social media. They're at the Baker home. Oh, wow. He was like, we focusing on Black Joy. Oh, wow. He giving her props. Hey, he's like, you're beautiful. Let me find out. They get ready to get it cracking. They always geeking whenever they around each other. It's really kind of cute. Ooh. So they getting ready to get the bacon. They going to make a cake. Jordan is walking in, talking to the Beverly coach. Oh, Jordan is rehashing the conversation about her turning Crenshaw scrimmage down. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. He said it's all school property and it's after hours. So what we decide to do with our own personal time is our business, but it would be nice if we could have your support. So he's like, pretty much get down or lay down. Like, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, sis. Jordan, oh, that's that DA powerful negotiation coming up out of him. So we're at the Beverly Cafe, and Asher is chit chatting with Layla. He's supposed to have a study date with Vanessa later, and she was like, "Oh, Vanessa's the new Minya of the week, pretty much." And he was like, "Look, it's just studying. Like, it's I don't really. I'm not trying to." He's having a pivotal moment about his mom remarrying, and Layla was like, "Look, they're adults. Like, mm, yikes." She was like, "Feelings over facts." The facts are he's gonna be your stepdad. You can get over the feelings later. Yikes. Oh, she was like, invite Vanessa. She was like, she's cool. Y'all like hanging out? What's up? Wow, you talking about growth? She's giving Asher compliments on growth. Her telling him to invite Vanessa, that's major growth for Layla because I know she had a thing for Asher. Oh, why Coach Bacon start reading Jordan for film? We back at the Crenshaw locker room. Oh my gosh. Wow. So at the coach's locker room, Jordan just let Billy know that all of them are going to be in for the game, and he was like, "How did you get the coach to change your mind?" And he was getting ready to tell him, and the principal said the field isn't available. Uh oh. So we're back at the Baker home. They have done making the cake, and He's over there singing the wedding song, not the birthday song. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, that's so cute. I'm hashtags Bolivia. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Bacon Reagan. Spicy. No, it's an interruption because now they are taking it to the streets. So, one of their posters that says Justice for Tamika has just been met with a hole through the window. And we're off to commercial. Let's see what's popping in the chat. Where do I begin? I'm going to start from the very beginning. Samuel holding it down in the chat. I appreciate you. TO1 TV and Entertainment. So, for those of you that did miss, while I was working through my technical difficulties, Samuel got the synopsis in the chat for ya. Hey, hey, Jay Moody, what's poppin'? I appreciate you on today. Man, I can tell this getting ready to go live. Like, okay, so that did happen. There was a guy that walked past them that said, he made a comment like those police have families. And Olivia was like mortified. She was like, what? Like, somebody's dead. Like, what is going on? Um, I'm wondering if that resilience that is developing in her is going to become something that she grows to regret because um I think all of them are passionate about their ideas and everything, but she does have this need to like prove herself. It's like it's really uncanny, and I think that she's okay. Like, I think they're all okay with everybody having their own perspectives. This was this guy's perspective. Now, of course, he was being a douchebag about how he said it. He was being very confrontational. um but that was his ideas, and at the end of the day, you know he was trying to antagonize them with their difference of opinion. And that never really leads to anything. Like, that always leads to some type of, you know, toe to toe situation. So I'm wondering if that was like a foreshadowing of what's, because we're at 8:27 right now. So I'm wondering if that was like a foreshadowing, if something more is getting ready to happen, if things are escalating, the more they continue to get more visibility. I don't know. So, oh man, you know what? We gonna do Black Lightning finale at 9. Listen, this is it. I just saw the announcement on Jordan Calloway's IG that is not gonna be no painkiller. Like, this is it tonight. All right. So, uh-oh. That was some All Lives Matter situation. Beverly Cafe now has a busted window. They're sitting there, Spencer, Olivia, and Asher are all oh, Asher just said they can use his mom's boyfriend's restaurant because this they were supposed to have Grace's graduation party at the graduation. I mean, at Beverly Cafe. Wow. He said we gonna shut down the restaurant for Grace's party, whip up some appetizers. Asher was like, "Thank you. I'll let him know." Oh, mom's is hot. She got an attitude, but stepfather just got some cool points. So we're at Crenshaw's. Um, we're at Crenshaw's Cafe, and Billy is presenting the notes from the team um, to the principal. He keeps bringing up what happened when they were in high school. He's explaining it to. He's explaining what happened to him. He's apologizing. He is trying to drag him. He said, "It's up to you because the colleges are going to be calling you about those kids. I just want them to have a chance." Woo. Olivia and Spencer are getting ready to start arguing. So now Gabby from Beverly, she just threw a she just threw a drink on her. Spence. Yikes. 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 So, oh, oh. So Preach is frustrated with Layla micromanaging the merch. Whoa. Yo. 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 I'm like, oh sweet baby Jesus. Okay, first of all, the confrontation between Gabby was a former, which is a student at Beverly, and Olivia and Spencer was on 10. She did threw a drink on her, and it got real like awkward and racist. And then the whole exchange between Layla and Preach and Coop is just on 1,000. Like, They're not in agreement as far as the merch. Preach is like, let's go, let's do this. Layla is like scrutinizing his every step of the way, like what's gonna happen, what, you came to me for money, I'm trying to make sure you can manage this. Coop is like deer in the headlights. Preach just checked her. Crenshaw, principal. Oh, Crenshaw, principal is running this whole thing by Grace, and she is raking him over the coals. She was like, "This don't have nothing to do with you and Billy." He's still sour. Like everybody can see it. Like it's he's bitter. He's mad as shit. Yes. He's like, now I'm just supposed to let it all go. She was like, I'm sorry for all that you lost, but you ain't never did nothing out of regret for your pain. Oh, thank you. Grace be speaking facts. She was like, stop making these kids collateral damage for this back and forth with you and Billy. I'm sorry, but yes, sis. We're back at the Baker home. Olivia is talking with DA Baker. They're checking in. She asked if everything was okay. Oh, DA Baker is in tears. She was like, "Is everything okay?" She was like, "Look, I don't even want to get into it. Um, I don't want to make anything harder for you." So she didn't even tell DA Baker about what happened with the girl at the cafe. Let's get in the chat because this shit is out of control. Okay, so the first things first. Okay, this is like one nice little conflict after another. So it started with Asher and his mom. They're bumping heads about Grace's party because she's like, you don't even like him yet, and you're using him and calling in favors. Like, she planned to have a nice, exquisite evening with them, getting to know each other, Asher and her new beau. And now it's turning into Grace's graduation party now that someone decided to bust the window at the Beverly Cafe. So, they were able to come to an understanding. Asher's upcoming stepdad did say he would close down the restaurant and host Grace's graduation party. He was very gracious. He was like, I'll pull together some hors d'oeuvres, shut down the restaurant. And it was a nasty side eye situation with the mom, but Asher was like, bet. So then, what else did we? Oh, that whole situation between Spencer and Olivia, it was awkward because the confrontation was clearly between the girl. She walked up and did the same thing, similar to like the guy, where she was like antagonizing them a little bit. And it looked like it was about to get physical, but Spencer was holding Olivia back. I didn't like that exchange. It wasn't really necessary to go to that level, but they decided to take it there, and they had a really heated exchange. You guys, once you have a chance to actually view this episode, this is going to be one of those scenes where you're going to have to prepare for mentally, because it was a lot. And if you've been watching, for a while, that scene and the scene with Coop and Preach just now, that both of those were kind of hard to watch. Just because there's so much, like feelings between their characters and stuff. You could tell Coop was really taken aback by Preach's response to, well, Layla and Preach's response to this conversation with each other. It didn't go well. Um, And I think she's focusing on moving forward and trying to get ahead. And this cat fight is really, it's quite a distraction. So let's see what you guys have going on in the chat. We're at 8:39 right now, so we got roughly about 20 more minutes. Let me know any predictions that you might have for the rest of this episode. Oh yeah, it looked like she was ready to scrap. It's a good thing Spencer's a football player because he was able to hold her back effectively. Oh yeah, so the whole situation with Layla and telling Asher to go ahead and invite Vanessa out. Oh, Lord Jesus, I don't know where that's going to lead. He don't need to give he don't need to give Vanessa no leeway because she gonna take it and run with it. Oh my God. I really thought Olivia was gonna get into something real, grown and sexy for a minute. Cause when they be alone, they always be, gazing into each other's eyes and stuff, Jay Moody. I don't know. They threw me for a loop with that one. They've been doing some arguing, so I don't know if they gonna be getting into any love connection this episode. Um Oh my goodness. All right. So they just they just did the commercial for Black Lightning finale. So if you guys are tuning in at 9, we're gonna be starting on at promptly at 9, but I'm gonna have to start a new link. So don't use the old link. So Grace, Spencer, and Dylan are walking up to the surprise recognition for Grace. She was actually surprised. She's putting on her cap. Oh, Olivia's there. Spencer's helping her into her gown. Billy's there. Vanessa's there. Oh, oh, it's group hug. So they sitting down to some nice food. This food look good, and that homemade cake that him and Olivia put together. So Asher and Vanessa, oh, she stay rolling up on his ass. God. Wow. Wow. She was like, "Are you gonna talk to your stepdad?" She's like, "Are you gonna introduce me?" Vanessa is trying to like coach him. Like she was like, "Tell him you like the food." Coop is there. Wow. Said I wouldn't miss celebrating your moms. I know that's right. That was a dry exchange between Spencer and Coop. Well, they have opened up the lines of communication. Wow. Asher did not bail out and say, I think something I ate is messing with my stomach. He did take a dig at his cooking. So Vanessa and Red Asher, she said he's being a dick in front of his mom. She was like, "Yeah, you're right." So Billy is giving Grace her props, like, I know that's right. Wow. He said, you still at Christian High. He's like, you still at Christian High. And he said, you still get in trouble with the principal. Grace be shady, yeah. He's there. He just pulled up. Yikes. Shade. He said he's going to give him the field. He said he listened to what he said. He read the comments and he realized he was being unfair. Wow. He told him good luck this weekend. So the game is on. Wow. Ooh. The principal is gazing. Oh. And it looked like Grace is gazing back. I'm just saying. So Olivia was like, Stamp, you really came through for Spencer. And she's like, I realize everything is complicated. She thanked them. Oh, she's like, hey, Vanessa. He said you being polite or you really want to know. Oh, he was like, if you're holding back because of me or JJ, don't. We just want you to be happy. That's wonderful. Wow. He said honesty sucks. Wow. Coop is hugging Grace. Wow. She was like, he ain't been around much. So she was getting worried. She's like, don't worry. I'm in your life to stay. I know that's right. I know that's right. Woo. She said, don't that apply to Spencer too? Yikes. Not really. You should seen her face change. Layla's calling. Mm. Coop is stepping out of the function. Layla said that Preach is too volatile to go into business with. Um wow. Wow. Coop is ending the conversation. Wow. Coop just told Layla that she's at Grace's party, and she was like, I didn't mention it to you because you and Spencer haven't been speaking. And she was like, well, you say you and Spencer haven't been speaking either. She was like, yeah, but this is Miss Grace. This is different. I gotta go. I was like, yikes. So Spencer and Olivia is sitting there talking. Dylan and Grace is laughing at the table. Wow. She said she loved how close Spencer and Dylan is with his mom. Wow. He was like, today was rough. You know what I'm saying? He said, I couldn't have done this or the cake without you. Hey, he is so smitten by her. You can just tell. Oh, they looking at each other like that again. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. She's like, it's so much going on, that you have to remember to celebrate the positive things. Oh, Asher is looking for Vanessa, and his mom was like, She left. And she thanked Jacob before she left. Somebody should. Wow. Wow. So Asher is talking to his mom right now about her decision to marry Jacob. And she's really vying for his acceptance. Dylan wants everybody to come together. He's getting ready to have some words. He got everybody's attention to put Spencer on the spot. Now he's getting ready to say some words of encouragement. I know that's right. Wow, he was like, she don't want to make it a big deal, but this is a big deal. I know that's right. Ah. Oh, he just gave a shout to Olivia. He was like, sometimes it seems like it's so much bad in the world that you don't feel like you deserve to celebrate the good. And that's what Olivia just said to him. Dylan's like, to my mom, I know that's right. Grace is in there. She is tearing up. She's like, oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I was looking at it because I thought that was the end of the episode. So we still got a few more minutes, y'all. Drop in the comments and tell they got you crying this week. I wanted to. I'm not gonna cry on camera, but I that was very touching because, like I was saying before, she's like in the trenches for everybody all the time, and it's the right thing to do for everybody to just come together and give her her accolades because not only is she, pursuing her own personal goals, but she managed to be there for all of them, through some hard, tough stuff. Like, she always seemed to be there. She always seemed to be the voice of reason or talking people off the ledge or giving people their pep talks. And I mean, she really does deserve to get her cutting onions. No, no. Remember the episode with Sister Eyes was sweating. He didn't cry this episode, but let me tell you, he was too busy gazing at Olivia. I think they gonna be back together before they take another break. They gonna get back together because their chemistry is just undeniable. They gonna get back together. This stuff gonna have to blow over though. And then it's not helping that they both getting their visibility as like they said, they going to be the face of this movement collectively. They are definitely giving power couple vibes. Now, I'm not really solid on why Asher does not want to give his stepdad a chance because, in all honesty, his dad is an asshole. This dude seems mad cool. Like, now, it's still early to tell, but Vanessa done rolled up on Asher at Crenshaw. He just apologized. Oh, she was like, he apologized for last night. She was like, it's not just last night. Like, oh, wow. Wow. He's like, look, I got to focus on football. You know what I'm saying? Wow. She was like, I'm the daughter of two football coaches. I know what it is. I know that's right. Ooh, she was like, it's gonna cost you all of this. I know that's right. Oh, she just gave him a kiss on the cheek. Oh, that was sweet. She was like, you're finally being honest with yourself. So we fast forward to Crenshaw's cafe. Preach and Preach and Coop are talking about the run in with Layla. Coop just asked Preach to be her manager. Oh, Layla's looking at the IG feed of Grace's party. And she's seeing Spencer and Olivia hugged up. There's somebody at Layla's door. Carrie? I don't know who Carrie is. She was like, when did you get released from the treatment center? Oh, wow. She took back to when she told her, if you ever need a friend on the outside, I'm here for you. So she's like, I need a place to crash for a while. So she met up with one of her friends from the treatment center. She's out and she's trying to get on her feet. And Layla has told her she could come stay. So we're fast forward to Crenshaw Field. We got Beverly and Crenshaw on the field. And wow. He said, this is not about winning or losing. All of y'all love each other. This is about showing what you can do. I know that's right. Montez just came on the field. Mm, wow. She just said Spencer's speech went viral and inspired teams across the nation to take a knee. They're not sending nobody home. She said, let's go. Uh-oh. She said, game on. She was like, y'all haven't seen the news? Spencer's speech went viral. All the teams have taken a knee. Yikes. Olivia's driving and she's getting ready to get pulled over. There's a cop following her. She's terrified. Yep. She's on her phone. She just called her mom. She said she called her mom and she's like, it's a cop following me and I don't know if it's because I leaked this video or what. So she told her to pull over somewhere where she's not alone. She's crying. She said just stay on the phone and tell her what's happening. She's terrified. The cop just pulled up and mean mugged her. She said, it's okay. Just tell her. She said, just send me your pen and I'm coming to get you right now. She's not going to be able to go anywhere by herself. Oh, we at 8:59. That was it. She was terrified. And that guy, he saw it was two bikers on the curb and they I know. I know. They're going to have their playoff game at Westlake? Y'all, this cannot be going on. I'm fit to be tired. Y'all gotta tune in next week. We'll be right back here next week. Oh, let me see what's going on in the chat. I'm getting ready to tune back in for the finale. Black Lightning finale is at 9. Definitely a cliffhanger. We got to tune back in next week. Peace and blessings until next time, y'all. Give me 2 seconds and I'm going to get live with Black Lightning finale.